Hello students, I am Bindu. In the last class, we discussed the need for social and religious reforms and the movements that started to remove and eradicate the ill practices of Hindu society. Today, we are going to discuss the social and religious reform movements that took place to bring in a change in education and the reforms in Muslims in India before the independence of India. As there were reasons for bringing in the reforms in Hindu society, so was there a need for bringing reforms in Muslim society. Let us discuss the reasons. Reasons for the reforms and education among Muslims. As the Hindu reformists struggled against orthodox practices, the Muslim reformists also had to struggle against their orthodox religious practices. After the suppression of the revolt of 1857, a lot of bitterness between Muslims and the British had become evident. Most Malvis were opposed to English education as they felt that the teachings of modern science and philosophy were contrary to Islamic tenets. One of the key people to spearhead the reforms among Muslims was Syed Ahmad Khan. Syed Ahmad Khan was born in 1817 into a Muslim noble family and joined the service of the company as a judicial officer. As a social reformer, Syed Ahmad Khan campaigned against the Parda system, polygamy, and the Muslim system of divorce. He emphasized the need for removing irrational social customs while retaining the essence of Islam and encouraging a rational interpretation of the Quran. Syed Ahmad Khan started the Aligarh movement. This movement helped in enlightening Muslims to accept science and be open to nurturing scientific temperament. Syed Ahmad advised Muslims to embrace Western education and take up government service. It helped to develop a modern outlook among its students. He initiated the intellectual movement called the Aligarh movement. Through his initiative was established the Mohammedan Oriental College. which later developed into the Aligarh Muslim University. In 1862, he founded the Scientific Society to translate English books on science and other subjects into Urdu. He also started an English-Urdu journal through which he spread the ideas of social reform. In course of time, this became the most important educational institution for Indian Muslims. While there were many movements taking place in the north of India after the revolt of 1857, there were equal reform movements taking place in Nizam's dominions, that is Hyderabad region. Nizam dominions, despite being a princely state under British paramountcy, was influenced by the ongoing reform movements in the country. Social reformers like Mohib Hussain in Nizam's dominion started a journal, Mulyam-e-Niswan. He wrote on women's issues. He advocated education for women and took stand against the Parda system. He advocated the Sufi tradition of unity. He supported Hindu-Muslim unity. We have observed all the above discussed movements and reform initiatives were taken up by men. Women also contributed to the reform movements. Let us discuss it more. Begums of Bhopal, Rukia Begum, Pandita Ramabhai, Savitribai Phule. Savitribai Phule was an Indian social reformer, educationalist and poet from Maharashtra. Along with her husband in Maharashtra, she played a vital role in improving women's rights in India. She is one of the pioneers of India's feminist movement. Savitribai Phule was born on 3rd January 1831. She was the first Indian woman teacher. She was not only a teacher but also a social reformer, activist and poet. By the year 1848, she along with her husband opened 5 schools for women. Besides educating women, she also worked towards improving society's view towards widow remarriage. She strongly opposed Sati Pratha. She raised her voice against Bal Vivah, child marriage. She took the responsibility of Satya Sodak Samaj, which was founded by her husband. Besides Savitribai Phule, another woman who contributed to women's reforms was Pandita Ramabai Saraswati. Pandita Ramabai had been educated in the United States and England. She wrote about the unequal treatment meted out to the women of India. She founded the Arya Mahila Sabha in Pune and opened the Sarda Sadan for helping destitute widows. At Sarda Sadan, she upskilled the women through vocational training so that they could stand on their own feet. Sarda Sadan also provided housing, education, and medical services for many needy groups, including widows, orphans, and the blind. Under the successive leadership of Begums of Bhopal, a notable women's reform movement took place. The movement took place between 1819 and 1926. 4 brave women ruled over the princely state of Bhopal. These were Kursiya Begum, Sikandar Begum, Shah Jahan Begum, and Sultan Jahan Begum. Four Begums of Bhopal brought the following reforms: promoting education among women, fought for gender norms, changed the public perception of women, Hindu-Muslim unity. Another very powerful woman reformer from the Muslim community to fight the orthodox practices was Begum Rukia. Begum Rukia was a social reformer. She struggled to bring reforms in the undivided Bengal area. She fought for equal rights for women. She opened a school for girls.